Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 3 bakery items from Publix. Publix is a grocery store. We have the mini Boston donuts, or Boston cream donuts. You get 6 of those in here. And then we have the mini powdered donuts with raspberry filling, and you also get 6 of those.
And I have the apple fritters, and there's only 4 of those, but they're regular size.
So these had labels on them, and I have removed the labels and put them on
a picture can be taken.
I need to take a picture, yes, of the nutritional information and the ingredients and all that for the end of the video. If you like to see that stuff, get ready to pause, because that's where it's going to have all of your information.
Because they have a really good label around here to seal them to where you know they're not messed with.
Yes, that's what I want you to know. They were not this. The package did not look this ugly when we bought them. The Boston cream donuts were $4.19. The raspberry were also $4.19, and then the apple fritters were $5.99. And they actually weigh those. They go by the weight and all that in their bakery area. I have noticed something about Publix. I told Kevin, and I don't know if other people notice it too, but when you go in Publix, there's a very distinct smell. It is a bakery smell. Like, it smells like they are making stuff. They're baking stuff. They're actually doing that. And I told Kevin, Walmart used to smell that way. You used to smell things baking in the Walmart bakery. I don't smell that anymore. I don't ever smell that smell anymore. So I'm not saying I don't think they make anything there, but I think mainly they're frosting stuff.
They're decorating.
And yeah, I don't know that they are baking a lot there anymore. Publix is actually still making stuff there in-house. So this is the Boston cream. And it
pretty
is
well filled with cream, by the way.
Yeah, it's a mini yeast donut. It says 1 donut, 54 grams, is 180 calories. All right.
It's not bad. It's not very sweet.
I like it. Normally, though, I don't choose Boston cream.
Because they're not very sweet.
Right. They're more like a pudding texture on the inside.
Yeah.
And I do like how soft and fresh this is.
Yeah, they're very, very fresh. And the chocolate is good and soft.
And the chocolate, it's a thick layer of chocolate, but it's not like a snack cake chocolate. Like, it's not like, it's like it just tastes
like a frosting.
Yeah, more real. But I do like this. It's not an overly sweet donut.
No, it's not like you would get like a cream-filled Long John or something like that.
Exactly.
They're not like those. These
right.
are more tame than that.
Right. So I know people love Boston cream, and I do like them.
Yeah.
And I think these have a great flavor. We just always pick the cream filled because they're sweeter, but they did not have any cream filled on this visit. I don't know if they have those. These were the only 2 besides regular donuts. So like they had like powdered and chocolate glazed and stuff like that. These were like special ones. So this is the raspberry mini powder donut. And believe it or not, these are fewer calories. The Boston cream were 180 calories each. These are only 150 calories each. That means I can eat more of them, right? I love raspberry filled donuts. Now I'm hoping it's seedless. I don't know.
I'm just gonna give you that's how much filling. I cut it from the end where they stuffed it. Right here, they put the little thing in right here and filled it. So. I don't get any seeds.
No.
Unfortunately, I don't get a lot of flavor either. It's there.
Well, it's very fresh. It's very soft. It,
I think the raspberry is kind of light.
I do taste the raspberry though.
I do too, but
I think
we've had some raspberry filled donuts though that were like over the top.
I tell you what I think the difference is the amount of raspberry in it. I think if you go to like Krispy Kreme, now I know we're comparing a grocery store, I'm comparing it to a place that specializes in donuts, for goodness sakes. How can they compete? But if I got a raspberry filled Krispy Kreme, there would be twice as much raspberry in it as it is in here. And I think that's the difference, is they did not put as much raspberry in these as you would get at a donut place.
I agree, but even the raspberry filling that's there though is not as strong.
I think they're good.
They're good.
But
I mean, if you're at Publix buying donuts, then go for it.
Right. Not my favorite raspberry donut. I would still prefer the Krispy Kreme.
Right.
But I think this is really good for a grocery store donut. Yeah. Really good and soft. Very fresh.
Now, I'm the one that suggested the apple fritter.
Yes, Kevin suggested these.
Because they look good. I love an apple fritter.
He said those look really good. Okay.
Yeah,
You want this one? The one with the most glaze. Okay, so the apple fritter, let's see. They do not have calories. I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking.
Sometimes they bury it.
Sometimes they bury the calories. They literally don't have any calories on these at all. No. It just says apple fritter 4 count, $5.99. Okay.
There's a big bunch of apple right there.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
And there's some here too.
That's a nice flavor. A little apple, a little cinnamon. Kind of tastes like a kind of like a cinnamon roll that has apple, but not as much cinnamon.
I think what draws us to this too is it's sweet. Like you get thick layers of like lashes of that glaze. It's very sweet. And I think they made these in-house.
It seems like it. And the labels are different.
The labels are different. These went by weight, like they weighed them. Yes, the other ones actually say they came from Florida. Yeah.
Well, I like the apple fritters. They're very, very good.
Oh my gosh, they didn't come from Florida. They came from Canada.
Okay, America's baker.
Yes. Thank the Canadians.
The apple fritters are good. I've had apple fritters that were softer.
But it's so funny.
This one's a little bit more dense. You know, as far as the actual pastry itself goes, it's a little more dense, but it's still very, very good. If you wanted to, you could throw the microwave for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and really soften it up a lot. It would just soften it. It wouldn't change the flavoring, but it would soften it up some.
I'll tell you what.
It's good.
We should have shirts that say, thank the Canadians.
America's baker.
Yeah, America's bakers. They really are. You see, I finished mine. I thought it was absolutely delicious. I don't know that I would want to heat that up.
The only thing heating it up would do would soften it up a little bit. But yeah, you don't need to.
But I don't think you need to. I think it's good the way it is.
I think a lot of the glaze would run off too. So.
I like the cinnamon flavor. I like the apple. I like, there's not a lot of apple. It's mainly cinnamon.
It's mostly cinnamon.
It's cinnamon and glaze.
You get a little touch of apple here and there, but.
Yeah, and those apple fritters are my favorite thing here.
Mine too.
And I would pick the raspberry second, and then the Boston cream third.
I would too if I was hard pressed to pick a second and third. Honestly, I wouldn't buy either one of those donuts. I would just have the fritter.
But for a store-bought donut, I do like them. Okay. I do think they're good quality and everything. It's just that I know I can go to Krispy Kreme. We live in the land of Krispy Kreme, and I can go there. And there's stores that sell Krispy Kreme if you want them right in the store.
I also know, like Kroger brand, their bakery has donuts, like raspberry filled donuts. I think the Kroger brand raspberry donuts are actually better. the grocery store.
I think they just have more in them.
Yeah, and their flavor's a little stronger.
Yeah, but those apple fritters are really nice. Yeah, so we will be trying more bakery items from Publix now that our Publix has opened in
we can
Lexington.
actually get to it without having to drive for hours.
Yes, we will be trying lots and lots of things from Publix. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.